A woman asked me to buy her groceries. I accepted and then I ran away from her. I was at a train station and had to pick up my sister at the airport. Already slightly late. I had 20 minutes before catching the train to go to her. The next one would have been 40 minutes later. While waiting, I was approached by a woman, about 25-30 years old, with her little daughter. She asked me to buy some groceries for her so that she and her daughter could eat. I tried to give her money instead, but she insisted I accompanied her instead. So I agreed, but I explicitly told her that it couldn't take more than 15 minutes because of the train. She accepted. I regretted it almost instantly. She took a cart and started basically ransacking the supermarket, taking in apart from lots of the normal groceries: pans, pots, glasses, several 4-packs of Red Bulls, lot of junk food and so on. I roughly counted the expenses and after a good 10 minutes it was amounting already almost to €200. Furthermore, at the 13 minutes count she was still taking her time with no end in sight. Stressed out at the thought of missing my train, having a public confrontation and being unpolite to someone in difficulty, I just ran away. I don't know whether I should, but months later I still think and feel bad about it. X200B. You did nothing wrong. Buy me groceries so I can eat should probably mean buy me some basic staples for the next few days. Imagine being broke and buying Red Bull. Probably a scam. She wouldn't take your money because she'd be capped at that amount. If she filled a cart, there's a chance you would actually pay for it all. This time it didn't work for her. You did the right thing. She tried to scam you, failed. Why would you feel bad? Hell, she basically was looking for a wallet in a stranger to buy pots, pans and crap? Seriously? Fuck her. You offered her money so she could buy some food. She didn't accept. That's on her. Disregarding your need to catch a train was just selfish. The kid was probably a prop for her scam. Running away was your only option since she didn't listen. You had a train to catch. Your priority was your sister, and rightfully so. Don't feel bad that this scammer almost derailed you. That's actually a common scam. They will insist on you coming in with them to pay for what they pick out. Then they rack up a bunch of unnecessary items and often will go back and return it once you leave. I've heard many stories from people this happened to. Don't feel bad. That cart was likely going straight to returns for the cash. You can stop feeling bad now. Know why? She was straight trying to scam someone. And you were kind enough to fall into her trap. But you got out of it. Didn't you? Good on you. Just think about it: if someone in dire need of food gets the chance to actually eat, they would not be trying to get Red Bulls and all that other nonsense. You were trying to do good. Keep that memory. Discard the rest. The only person who should feel bad is the woman who put you in that position. She was going to take advantage of you, and I'm pleased you left. She was probably going to return the kitchen items for cash after you paid. You avoided being scammed. Unless she's planning to eat pots and pans, it sounds like a scam. This hurts my heart, man, that someone would take advantage of your kindness like that. You're good. You didn't do anything wrong for avoiding being taken advantage of. And plus you both agreed on a time limit. Don't beat yourself up. You were trying to do a good deed, and with the contents of the cart she filled up, obviously she was looking to take advantage of a kind soul. She's a rotten soul. It's a scam. I work at a grocery store and we had someone who would sit outside and ask people to buy her groceries. She would get expensive meats, junk food, etc. She would do it multiple times a day and get hundreds of dollars of groceries from people. Eventually, we were able to remove her from the front of the store, but she just moved down the road to a different grocery store. Do not feel bad, she is 100 scamming you. She asked for groceries and was grabbing non-grocery items. She broke the deal. I think you're too nice. You were being taken advantage of and you didn't realize. You ran away from an old scam. Donate to food banks and homeless shelters but never give or buy things for beggars. Learn to say the word no right to people's faces. It's a valuable life skill to have. I would have been laughing as I walked out unnoticed. That's some funny SHT. A guy once showed up on my porch with empty suitcases and his story about his daughter's life threatening disease and needing money to help with expenses when she goes overseas. He must have thought dragging empty suitcases around would make his story more believable. After letting him say his long-winded piece, I gave him 50C. Don't feel guilty, OP. There are plenty of evil people out there who prey on people's good nature. I would have done the same. Maybe it was one of those scams where she has you buy it, then goes back to return everything she bought herself and get money. Anyone else read the title as I ran away with her? I thought it was going to be a romantic story. What a disappointment. I did exactly the same in Germany. Düsseldorf main station, and she started grabbing everything. A staff member walked up to me and told me to never do this, and I walked off. I've read of situations like this. And it is a scam. The people who ask are usually a woman with a child to make it seem more heartbreaking, heartwarming. Manipulative. Basically, they run up a huge bill by adding costly things to a cart, whilst distracting you so you don't read too much into the costs. Then at the end, emotionally blackmail you into paying for $800 $1,000 worth of groceries. They take the receipt, then later return everything, and pocket the money. It's a scam, nothing to feel bad about. You can't eat glasses, pots and pans. You were being scammed, so don't feel bad. Good for you for not following through. I've seen similar stories of people that got scammed this way and actually followed through, spending $300. You should absolutely not feel bad. If she really needed the food, then that should have meant her getting cheap things that could make a meal. Eggs, bread, peanut butter, ramen noodles, dry rice, dry beans. And you definitely should not have been made to go with her. My thoughts are that she was going to try to squeeze every penny out of you that she could. Also, she had no regard for what you needed to do and the time frame you told her about. And so why should you have any mixed feelings about the situation? You obliviously have a good heart. And I hope you know not all people are like this. Take care. That woman was scamming you. Most socially developed Redditor. Don't worry, it was probably a scam. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. This is funny to me. She was obviously taking advantage of you. You did the right thing. What a horrible person she was. LMAO, good on you, op. The only thing that could have made this any funnier is if you had farted loudly before running away. Red Bulls, I'm sorry, I can choose to not be taken advantage of. Good job, poor kid, but you have to eat too. You handled the situation perfectly. Keep your head up and focus on living in the moment. Flexed biceps, medium skin tone. You shouldn't feel bad. She was scamming you. Not to mention it was incredibly unsafe for you to leave the train station with her. Never do that. There was a reason she didn't take the cash you kindly handed to her. She thought you'd look gullible enough to actually pay for her carts full of food and high-end junk food. No, you did the right thing. She was hoping to scam you, take advantage of you. Who knows? She could have been leading you to get mugged somewhere. You did what you had to do. You made it crystal clear you had a train to catch and she didn't seem to care. Yay, no, absolutely fuck that person, dude. Exploiting their kid for pity and you for your money.